what's up, everybody? This is Gary Holt from Exodus and formerly from Slayer, and you're listening to The Razor's Edge.
Welcome back to The Razor's Edge, where today we have Helena from Nervosa with us. Helena, how are you?
I'm great. Thanks for having me here.
That's all right. So first off, before we talk about the new Nervosa album, I want to jump back in time if I can. What first got you into heavy music?
Well, I got into heavy music because of my oldest brother, actually, because he was always like blasting music super loud from his bedroom, and we had a bit of difference in the age. So at some point, I just, I was not listening anything as a kid. I was only very much into sports. But when I was around, I don't know, like 11 or something, I felt the need to listen to something, start listening to some music. So I went to him and I asked him if he can make for me a mixtape. And he put all the really classic stuff like Scorpions, Deep Purple, Rainbow, Led Zeppelin. So that was my first time that I got like in touch with rock and hard rock music.
Yeah.
And later on, I kept digging myself, and I end up to heavy metal and extreme metal music.
Yeah. And we're joined by Hel now. Hi, Hel. How are you?
Hi, hello. I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. So, we were just talking to Helena about how she got into heavy music, and what about yourself? How did you get into heavy music originally?
Which one is to blame first? I think like heavy music, I mean, okay, you start with the classics like Black Sabbath and Metallica, then Judas Priest, Megadeth. Then it was Sepultura and Pantera, and I really got hooked with the metal when I listened to Merciful Fate and King Diamond for the first time. Then it was like, this is it. I'm doomed forever.
Yeah, that's great. So up to the present day, then Nervosa, you're going to release your 6th album, Slave Machine, which is out tomorrow as we're recording. I've had it on repeat today. It's a stunning record. It's probably the best Nervosa record yet. So how pleased are you with it?
For me, I think in this one we gave like 100%. We gave everything that we had. I remember like by the time we finished everything and delivered everything, I was really feeling like complete, and there was nothing else like in our heads that we said like, maybe we try this, we try that. There was nothing left in there. We just put everything in the album and we delivered it. So for me, I felt like 100% like complete with the result and how everything came out.
Excellent.
No, I agree with you that it is a bit of a cliche, but I think it's the best album the band has delivered so far. And the good thing is that it was even better. It becomes even better than Jailbreak. So that's what you aim for as a band, to be better than your previous records. And I think that it's even more complete. It has more versatility, and I think everyone's really, really pleased with the result.
Yeah, and as a fan, I've listened to all the albums over the years. I do think this is definitely the best Nervosa album yet. So, during the writing process, what do each of you bring to the table? Then, is there someone who dominates the writing process, or are you all throwing ideas in?
Well, the writing process for this album was again done like into many different parts. There was not a certain period of time that we sat down and we just start to throw like ideas. We start to exchange like riffs and gathering riffs and talking about the album like kind of way before. It was like in 2024. Like some of the ideas of the songs actually were composed in 2024. But the thing is like fortunately we had a lot of time to spend like all together, so we did a lot of brainstorming and about the album and about the concept of the album and how the album should sound like. We had a lot of conversations, so it was good because we had everything pretty much kind of matured in our heads of how everything want to be. But again, musically talking, it was like a kind of like Jailbreak. It was the same way done.
Yeah, and was this your first full album, I suppose? Because you were on a couple of tracks, I think, on Jailbreak. Is this the first time you fully contributed to the album, and what was it like for you?
Well, it is again in this album, mainly the music and the contribution comes from Prika and Helena. The way the recordings happened, it was mainly focused on them doing everything. So, yeah, I guess maybe in the future album we'll be more involved, but right now it's basically on them.
Okay. And obviously Jailbreak was a very successful album for yourselves. So does that add to the pressure when you're writing your next album, when you've wrote this album? Is there more pressure because Jailbreak was so successful that you need to go even further this time?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you're not necessarily like focusing only on that, but you know that you have to top the previous album for sure. But definitely it was not like our only purpose, like to create a great album just to go more than Jailbreak. Yeah. And also we wanted to go to a bit like to have evolution, but step on Jailbreak, take the elements that Jailbreak had in, but also kind of experiment more and try to put also new stuff, but always in the Nervosa way. But definitely you feel like because you want to go a step ahead in everything, you definitely have this kind of pressure because of the previous album.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's over the last few weeks there's been a lot of press coverage for Slave Machines. Do you pay attention when reviews come out? Do you read what they have to say? Do you mind the positive or negative attention that reviews bring?
I mean,
yeah. Oh, go on.
You always look at the reviews. You want to see the feedback. You want to see how people feel when they listen to new stuff. It's always good to keep an open mind, and you're going to see a lot of things. You're going to listen to a lot of things. Some are good, some are bad, but the main thing that for this album, for example, so far, there have been really, really good reviews and very, very positive feedback. So I haven't seen anything like bad so far, which is very good. But even if this happens, it's a part of the whole process. I mean, you can check those reviews, but not really, like, if something is negative, not really have it so much in mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if it's negative, but there is an explanation, I mean, for me, every opinion counts, but as long as there is an explanation behind, like if there is some review that you can see that there's no actual point in there, you're like, okay, I'm not taking under consideration. But if it's like a bad review, but there is a very to the point comment in there, maybe it's also good to take under your consideration, because you can also like see what you might have done wrong, or you might have or need to change, for example.
Yeah, something to learn from rather than negative bit for the sake of being negative, I guess. Is it too soon to ask? At what points do you start thinking, how do we follow up this album? When do we write album number 7?
Actually, actually, the thing is like we always kind of collecting ideas, and we always like to have something like in there. So especially now that we don't tour that much this period, we are always like, when inspiration strikes, we just record the ideas and have them there. We have like our folders full of riffs and keep on feeding wherever the inspiration goes on. Of course, we definitely don't know when we're gonna like properly go to the process of composing the new album, or when we plan to have it released or something. We're still like kind of enjoying the moment for now, but definitely we are always feeding, with riffs and ideas, to have in the future, and not necessarily start from zero, because sometimes as this album, as Slave Machine, we decided that we wanted to be released in 2026, but the previous year 25 was super full of touring, so it really helped that we started the whole process even before. Otherwise it wouldn't be possible to finish everything on time.
Yeah, and does the label set a deadline for you to record an album? For this one, did they say you have to be out in 2026?
Yeah, actually, 2026 was the year that we also preferred.
Yeah.
I mean, we could have said that, okay, let's finish the whole touring for 25 and then leave a proper gap to sit down, finish all the compositions and finish all the recordings like in a more relaxed way. But then this would mean that we would have to release the album on 2027. So this takes too long since the release of Jailbreak, and we didn't want it that. So, and definitely the label asks for everything to be delivered like months before the release. So yeah, there is a kind of strict deadline in there.
Yeah, absolutely. So now the album's out, or it will be tomorrow at time of talking. Are you going to start touring this album? When can we see you on the road?
We have for now the summer festivals confirmed, but right on this period we wanted to be focused more on the promotion of the album and work behind the scenes in main stuff. But we are almost getting there to confirm a lot of tours from the fall and after. So things are going to be announced like kind of pretty soon.
Excellent. And can we expect you to see you back in the UK, maybe your own headline tour in the UK?
Oh, never say never. We would love that. Even if it's headline or support, like UK is always great to play. Yeah.
And at the end of last year, you were in the UK with Testament, Obituary and Destruction. So how was that tour for you, touring with those big names?
The tour, it was actually like a dream come true to be part of this lineup. I mean, yes, Testament, Destruction, Obituary. It was every show for us. We played and then we were sitting at the side of the stage, like watching like fans, not like fans, actual fans, every night. It was amazing. And it was very... The whole team was great. Everyone in this whole tour, crew and the people and the bands, everyone was amazing, and it was really an unforgettable experience.
Yeah, it was crazy, and I mean, there were times that you literally were not believing this thing that happens, because on the one hand you remember yourself like being 13, 14 years old and watching Testament live, and then you got to play every night the same stage or hang out in the backstage, or it was like at some point you were kind of like, okay, pinch me, I'm dreaming here.
Yeah. And as you get to watch them every night and you're on tour with them, do you learn from them? Do you pick up things that you think, oh, I need to do this with Nervosa now?
Definitely, it's like going to school every night, keeping the notes.
A thrash metal school.
Yeah, definitely.
It's an incredible tour to be part of. So when you are on the road, what are you listening to in the tour bus? What do you have on the radio? What are you listening to?
It's everything. It's each one of us has their own music preferences and style. It's very different. So if we leave Helena, it will be Scorpions. What else? It will be like very rock and roll or 80s glam hair metal stuff.
Oh yeah.
If it's up to me, it will be more black metal, death metal, stuff like that. So it depends who is in charge of the playlist.
But sometimes can be like something completely whatever.
Yeah.
Can be completely, if we're in the party mood, can be
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's a nice mix then it's a nice mix of sounds on the tour bus then.
Oh yeah, depends on the mood.
Yeah. So I've got one final question for you this evening. Obviously, the music industry, especially the heavy metal industry, is very male dominated. So do you see yourselves as role models for the next generation of female metal fans and performers?
It would be amazing to give an example and to be perceived as role models. We try to, like the previous women that started the whole thing, that have faced way more difficulties than us, and opened the road for newer bands and the next female musicians. We try to continue and show that, you know what, at the end of the day, it's about music. It's about being true to yourself, being a good musician, and showing that by, practicing and being there without having to show so much like that you are a woman. Like, it's okay. It's a part of being a musician. And if you're true to that and you continue like working on your art, then things will happen.
Yeah.
And it's really nice to see younger women or women that little girls that want to learn an instrument or want to go on a tour or play live, that they get inspiration from us. And it's amazing, and I think that all of us try to give like a good example, like to follow. And it's always an honor when I see and get this comment from girls.
Yeah, and it's always nice, like especially like after the shows, that you got to talk with people and you see like very young like girls that they say, I just pick up the guitar, or I just started a band, or I got in a band, and they are asking like for tips and questions and everything. It feels so nice. And also you get to see more and more women like in all parts. I mean, They can be like a woman working as techs, as stage managers, as sound engineers. Can be everywhere, and this is like so great because, of course, in the past it was not something common, and unfortunately, it was not something that it was often to see and to find. So getting to see that more and more in all the parts of the music industry is really great thing.
Yes, absolutely. So, Helena and Hel, thank you for your time this evening. I wish you every luck with Slave Machine. It is a wonderful album. It's out tomorrow on Napalm Records. That's April the 3rd. So by the time this airs, it will already be out. So I recommend everyone go and listen to it because it is Nervosa's best album to date.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for listening. Make sure you keep up to date with all of our interviews by subscribing to our channel. For all the latest news, reviews, interviews and more, head over to our website www.therazorsedge.rocks.